Alright, it's kegging day for the Raspberry Rapture beer. The third, I think it's the third. It's been fermenting for 15 days now. So we're going to get it to the keg. We're going to get a reading and get that reading written down there so we can figure out what this one came in at. We're probably going to hit about 5-6%, maybe a little bit over. So we're going to get the sanitizer in the keg and get this show on the road. Then we'll be giving it a sample once it's carved up. So always remember to take your bubbler out, otherwise you'll get a back suck, and nobody wants that. So I sanitized everything here. We're going to get a reading. I'm using one of those valves that have that little cutout in it where you get less trub. Oh, that ain't going to work. That ain't going to work at all. We're going to have to dump this sample out. There's so much trub there. And the easiest way to dump it, this little leak does it. Alright, we're going to try to get that sample again. You saw the trub that came out of there. We'll pour it slower with this new valve, which should stop a lot of that coming out. That's a cleaner sample. Alright. There is our sample. We'll let that sit for a second or two, then we'll get a reading on it as our sanitizer sits in our keg. And we'll put this bubbler back in for the time being. Camera's not going to pick up on that too good, I don't think, but it finished at 1.006. That's a nice finish, and it calculates out to be in 7.35% alcohol, which is a little higher than I would have wanted, but the raspberry came through. Let's get a taste test on the raw sample here before we go to keg, or before it's even carbonated. Raspberry comes through really nicely. Keg time. Make sure your bubbler's out, and we're off with the raspberry beer to the keg. Picking up some trub. Even that valve doesn't help. It's got to help somewhat, one of those cutouts. And here we go to the keg, 5 gallons. So what we have back here, I'm reminiscing of my bottling days. I got 6 bottles ready in case I have a little extra here. And we'll put some in the bottle. I got caps bottles and cappers and corks and everything else. So we'll have those ready just in case. 17 days fermenting and 9 days in the kegerator. Time to get a sample of the Raspberry Rapture. Oh, she's pouring nice. She is pouring nice. Nice and fast. Oh, nice little head. Nice little head. Let's get over there and get a sample tasting on this. Okay, we just poured ourselves this Raspberry Rapture beer. It was 17 days on the fermenter, I believe, and 9 days in the keg. I think that's a total of 26 days someplace in there, if my math is right. You spill it on the table here. So the smell, the second you smell it, I'm on camera here. The second you smell it, you smell raspberry. Oh yeah, I love the raspberry smell. So the raspberry smell is awesome. Oh. The head was fading a little quick. It was only had about a ½ inch ahead. I think you saw that on the pour. Not 100% fully carbonated, I don't think, but I do think it is carved. The glass is clean for a change. I did a clean glass. And you're not going to see the color on there unless I guess I should try to shine a flashlight through it once in a while. Why wouldn't I? Let's see what happens. Yeah, you can't. It looks like a murky brown. Murky. It looks right on camera like it does in the sunlight. But through this glass, for some reason, it looks brown. Yeah, that's crazy. But it is a reddish color. Out in the sunshine, you can see it there. Yeah, that's crazy, ain't it? I'm light striking it now. So, oh, the head is faded away. Let's get on with a taste test. I forget the recipe I got. You can look it up on the video if you want. But boy, the raspberry's coming through. Oh, oh yeah. I brewed this one. I think this is the 5th time. Changing the name up every time. usually changing the name. Raspberry Rapture, Raspberry Raptured, plain old raspberry. But she comes through, it's a pale ale, she comes through so nice. And I think it was Willamette and Citra hops I used in it. And I cut the hops down, it was just like an ounce on either side of boil. 1 ounce of Willamette for an hour, and I think the Citra was the last 15 minutes or so, and during the flame out. Yeah. You get a taste of the malt. I forget the malts I used in here, of course, two-row and some wheat and some other things. I should have my sheet in front of me. Boy, I'm still the worst reviewer out there, even if it's my own beer. But boy, I love brewing this one, and I'll do it again. I got a blueberry on tap. We're in the keg right now, working on putting that video out. Boy, this is delicious. It's got really nice lacing. Like I say, 17 days fermenting and 9 days in the keg. When I went to the keg, if you look back on the video, and the puree came out, it was really thick with puree that fell to the bottom. Quite a bit of puree. I'd say about this much in the bucket. And that's a good 3-4 inches. I had to dump that right out. The beer ran thick, and then it ran clear as a whistle. And I shut it off. I got a totally full keg. When you want 5 gallons, oh, I got 5 gallons. I took it right up to the nipple of the gas inlet. So this is a good beer. Hope to share this with a couple friends, relatives, or whatever. I know my wife is going to love it. She told me make this one, make sure I make it. And we made it. Like I said, the blueberry's going. Next recipe will probably be the mango. So I'm going to sign off on this. I taste the Citra hops. Like I say, I don't taste a lot of stuff in there. But it's a good malt bill. I forget the recipe. Like I say, it's up on the video. I bump it up and change it just a little bit every time, but I love it. We love it. Why wouldn't I? So, not much more to say, but brew good beer out there, folks. And until next time, I did forget to say, and also, she's 7.35%. She started out at 1062, and she finished at 10 or 1.006. And that my book equals out to 7.35% when you calculate it out. So once again, until next time, Proust, drink good beer, and drink it with friends. Why wouldn't you? How you doing? Well, the wife just came into the room. She said, "I'll do a taste test with you." So she poured herself one. We'll see what she's tasting here, off camera.
Well, I get the raspberry.
Listen.
What?
It's a microphone.
Right away.
It's not a microphone. Don't take it. I'll hold the camera. Go ahead.
And I taste that Munich malt and the crystal, the little caramel flavor.
Oh, you do remember the recipe then?
Yeah.
Wow.
Very nice hoppiness.
She didn't want to be on camera because she don't have her hair done and whatnot. And she says, I'm more handsome than I should stay on camera.
I think we did a good job mixing the Citra and the Willamette.
The Citra and Willamette was, she does remember the recipe better than I do. She just take a taste.
And for this much alcohol, it doesn't taste alcohol-y. I get the raspberry.
That's 7.35 it is. Yeah. You don't have to take it. I'll hold the camera. It's not a microphone.
Oh, you're silly. Silly, silly, silly. Very good. Good job.
So I thought it played a part with the other ones. That the recipes were, we change them every bit, a little bit. But we'll stick with this. And the color is red. In my glass, it doesn't show.
It's like a amber-y color. Really nice.
Good.
Goes down smooth. Won't last long.
No, it won't in the kegerator. We'll share. We got 2 bottles out of it when we kegged it. So I guess until she's got a plastic glass, I got a real glass. We can't clang that one. Ding!
We'll save this for St. Patrick's Day.
No, St. Patrick's Day. Why, Irish Ice will be smiling that day. So I'll end this again. I think I got 4 Proust in here, but we had to redo it when she decided she was going to taste test with me. So until next time,
Proust.
how you doing, Proust?